We've done a lot of billboards for clients, and I think that's an interesting advertising tactic, and it's a good one. You know, maybe orthodontists don't always think that that's something that they can do, but it is. You know, and you can get a message across and have somebody see it and remember it. And one in particular was what we did for Doherty, where it was just a very simple billboard concept where we had the logo big and recognizable, and then we had
Welcome to the Neon Buzz, where we offer marketing advice for oral, aesthetic, and other elective healthcare professionals. Sit back and relax while we share our digital marketing secrets to help you grow your practice.
Hey, welcome to the Neon Buzz, where we talk about all things digital marketing for your practice. Today, we're going to talk about the art of advertising your orthodontic practice. We're going to talk about things as it relates to copy and design. I'm joined today with Robert Speer, one of our copywriters, and we've got some good stuff for you today. I've known Robert for a long time. We went to college.
17 years.
Yeah. Has it been 17 years?
Yeah, it sure has.
Yeah, we went to college together, and then after college worked together for some years, and have been working together at Neon Canvas for about 3 years now.
Going to be 3 years in October.
Yeah. He's been here 3 years. I've been here longer, but we've been doing this dance at Neon Canvas for about 3 years.
Yeah. We've been hanging out at Neon Canvas together intermittently for about 3 years. I say intermittently because I'm not usually in the office.
Yeah, you're more of a remote employee.
I am.
Yeah.
I love coming up here, though.
You like to write copy in your cave.
I like to write copy in the little caves that we have here now. We've got these tiny, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, our little call rooms with
yeah,
they're nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
How about you tell everybody what you do?
All right. Well, I'm a copywriter, so I write copy. Pause. All sorts of different copy, social captions. The large portion of what I do is like developing website copy, but I enjoy doing the more fun and casual side of the marketing game.
So you pretty much write copy for every aspect of what we do here. Web, creative, social, blogs, all of it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I do blogs as well.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. Actually, that's all I did for the first couple of months that I was hired on here. And I remember telling Opal, one of our key figures here at the firm, that is if all I did was blogs, that I would be satisfied. And then after like a month of just doing blogs, I was like, please, give me something else to do. Yeah. Not that I don't enjoy the blogs.
You got to switch it up.
Yeah.
So what we can talk about today is the difference between marketing and advertising. Marketing being this kind of overarching blanket term that covers everything about the practice. You know, how you show up on Google, the website, the branding, print ads, digital ads, meta ads, all of it.
The art of war is something that has been embraced specifically by like the business world and like I think by a lot of people in advertising, because it talks about like strategy and tactics. And that to me is like the big thing when you're thinking about marketing and advertising, right? Like marketing being like your strategy. That's like your overall encompassing picture of like, how do I want to present myself as a business? And it touches every aspect of just the brand and everything else. And then advertising being that tactical approach of like
specific tactics of marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that we do for like advertising a practice is we get what we call creative requests. That's just specific advertising tactics that a client needs that they want us to execute. So they come in and they'll submit what we call a creative request, a CR, and let us know what they're wanting to do, what they've got in mind, and then we kind of take it from there with all the information that they provide and build out stuff. And some examples of creative requests can be all kinds of different stuff, right? And I think it's good to note, like, there's a lot of different things that you can do to market and advertise your practice. You know, whether it's running ads, making social posts, having a cool t-shirt design, making a cool t-shirt design that you give out to patients and they wear to school. Brochures are a good vehicle to get a lot of information quickly into someone's hand.
Sure.
Without having to, hope that they go to the website and read all the information. They've got it right there in their hand.
Billboards, did you mention that?
Billboards, yeah. So, and we've done a lot of billboards for clients, and I think that's an interesting advertising tactic, and it's a good one. Maybe orthodontists don't always think that that's something that they can do, but it is, and you can get a message across and have somebody see it and remember it. Remember the logo, the practice name, and the message that they're getting. And one in particular was what we did for Doherty, where it was just a very simple billboard concept where we had the logo big and recognizable.
Yeah.
And then we had one photo and one headline. Mm-hmm. And the headline was #grinning, which kind of embodies this like success and winning, and kind of pairing that with, the self-esteem that you get with a healthy, nice smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the call to action is just the website on it. So I think that billboards are nice when they're conceptual and memorable and communicate clearly.
I think it's important to think about too how a billboard is communicating to a potential client is not even about throwing a bunch of information on the billboard. It's all about just getting the image of the practice and that association, right? Like that winning, because they're just driving by in their car. They don't have time to read a paragraph, and they don't need to.
Well, kind of touching on what you were talking about earlier, when somebody, hears of a business or a practice for the first time, they want to get an idea of who they are and what they do. They go to Instagram. They go to that business's social media channels and takes a look to see what they posted this week and, what they look like and, the personality that they have. Are they fun? I do it all the time. I'm constantly looking at businesses' social. Talking about food. Chicken wings.
Yeah.
If I find a new chicken wing spot, I'm going to their social media because they always got good chicken wing videos. So social media is a great place to communicate, and you can kind of leverage what's going on to drive social media content. For instance, client needed to let everybody know what their office hours were, and we did a funny. I think it's cute. It's not funny. We did a social graphic.
Yeah, we sure did.
You wrote copy for it. It says,
yes, I did.
We're home for the holidays.
We are home for the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just the office hours.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of you have a message that you're trying to convey to the, to your base or whatever. You don't want it to be bogged down with too much info. You just want to get across what you're trying to get across. And, if you can tie it into something that they're already familiar with, that's great because it sticks in the mind. It's so home for the holidays. That's just a cute little phrase that's associated with Christmas and New Year and that whole season. I don't know if there's a specific song, but you just throw that in there and they know what you're trying to say. And it's kind of memorable, I guess.
I like it because you could have that, or you could have a post that says office hours.
Yeah.
Which, it's good to know, but it's not very fun. Yeah, no. It's not fun.
Yeah. What, do you not want to be fun?
Yeah.
Do you hate
Everybody
fun?
wants to be fun.
Yeah.
Fun is good.
Fun, it's good to have fun. I'm having fun right here with you, buddy.
Yeah, here we go. And one thing that we do for our clients to kind of drive more of this social presence is we create review cards that we design and write copy for, and we give to our clients, and it's about the size of a business card. And it says, did we make you smile? Leave us a review. And has a QR code that they can scan that takes them directly to the Google review so that they can leave a review. Swag. Stuff we all get.
Love the swag.
Yeah, everyone loves free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's cool and you want to wear a shirt with a cool logo, it's even better that you got for free.
The shirt thing, man, I love our shirts. The neon, the black shirt with the, I wear it all the time.
I know. You need to have more printed.
Yeah.
Those are old too. Mm. You're talking about the black shirt, white logo, white. Oh, which one are you talking? The light bulb?
Yeah, light bulb.
Oh, light bulb.
The light bulb, I really like it a lot. Mm-hmm. I wear it constantly.
Yeah, it's a good shirt. And I think that's the goal with logo design. Is you want a logo that you like, and that people would like to wear it on a shirt, you know, and like what better advertisement than giving somebody a t-shirt with your logo on it and them wearing it out and about, you know. And t-shirts can be a you know, great vehicle for other stuff. You know, we do a lot of like mascot illustrations for clients.
Sure.
You know, a client that brings their dog into the office all the time that the patients love and know. You know, we can illustrate that dog and put it on a shirt and it become this mascot. And then, you know, we've got a great shirt that's like one of our team's favorite is a Labradoodle eating a snow cone, you know, which is fun. For? Designer Smiles.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And it's like one of our favorites.
That's really cool. And that just makes me think about the way that, like, when you are looking to market your practice, you can take things that have nothing to do with the actual work itself, but you build that out and that becomes a part of your identity, and that becomes a part of like what makes clients feel like going to see you is this unique prospect, as opposed to like going to see some like larger commercial practice where, you know, I mean, like nobody knows the name of Dr. X's dog at like commercial practice, whatever, but I know the name of Dr. Benton's dog.
Yeah, Teddy. Everybody loves Teddy. And so we're talking about communication. It's important to communicate the details with the creative team.
It is vital to communicate the details to a creative team. I can't think of the number of times that I've gotten a creative request and they're like, give me blank. And it really is blank. Like a lot of times they'll want to market a specific event, but I don't have the date of the event, or I don't know where the event takes place. And I'm like, how am I crafting something for, you know, for this event if I don't know what it is? So that is something that, like, if you want to develop something, it's, you know, as many details as you can think about.
More the better.
Yes, the more the better, for sure. I can always ignore things that I don't need, but I can't, you know, make things up that I do need.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And talking about branding and logos as designs, we always get on a call before we get started. You know, clients will fill out a whole form, give us all the information that we need, but we still get on a call to just make sure that we really know what this practice stands for, what they're trying to convey, if they have a particular vibe that they're going for, to get all that information, because I think it's so critical to just be sure to communicate clearly what you're wanting and any ideas that you may have. And if you don't have any ideas, to communicate that with us. So we know that it's like, it's an open book, you know, we can make of it what we want.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just thinking about like inspiration, because like creativity is all about inspiration, right? And like we were doing for a client, we were like developing their voice, you know, and it was pretty open at that time. And there was a quote from an author that obviously we didn't use that quote from that author in the actual materials, but just having that quote and being able to look at it helped me to be like, oh, okay, so this is what we're looking for. This is the kind of person that we're advertising. And so that was hugely helpful.
Yeah, it's great to have a direction to go.
100%.
And, you know, it is a creative process.
Yeah.
And where you start may not be where you end up. So I think that there's like a refinement to the process that, you know, you start at this spot and then you refine it, maybe change things, shift gears, and you can end up here. So I think having an open mind in the creative process is important, you know, to know that it's not just black and white. I need this and this is what I get and that's it, you know?
Yeah.
There's going to be some communication, some back and forth to make it as best as it can be.
Yeah. It's collaborative, right?
Absolutely.
Like as much, you know, you don't ever have to worry that like, oh, if I bring this idea to the table, you know, that it's not going to work, because like that's why we're here as, you know, the firm that you've hired. Like we're going to work together to find the thing that does work. So feel free to bring your, I don't want to say bad ideas. A bad idea is better than no idea when it comes to advertising. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes like it's even if you have a bad idea, like you can play around with that and you can find like the diamond in the rough. But if you have nothing, just the like as a writer, you know, when I'm crafting copy, if all I have is a blank page, that is so difficult.
And if you don't have any ideas, you can come to us.
Yeah. Neon Canvas.
Uh-huh.
We are your idea factory.
We are your team. And if you want to learn more about branding, check out our Branding for Startups episode previously posted. Thanks for tuning in to the Neon Buzz. Robert, you want to take us away?
Yeah, thanks everybody. I know I had fun, and I hope you did too. If you want to learn more about how to market your brand, check out some of our other episodes in the description.